first reading from Genesis, well, we've heard about, you know, really the decay and the degeneration of the world by the choice that Adam and Eve made, and then Cain and Abel, the murder of one another, and everything was just going literally to hell. And then this gospel, of course, here's God, of the book of Genesis, saying, you know, that God regretted making man in his image and likeness, which would give the appearance, at least, that God thought he had made a mistake. I mean, I don't know about you, but that's the thought that comes to my mind. I mean, why would he? And he was so disappointed in everything, you know? And so think about that. I don't know the answer to that. I just know that in the end, God figures out a way to save us. And all he needed was one person, Noah. Noah's like the forerunner of Jesus, who's going to come along and is going to save us again. But it's really interesting. And then the gospel about the disciples getting in the boat and then realizing that they only had one loaf of bread. That sounds like my life. I think at the last minute, what the heck? I forgot this or that. I don't know about you, but I always remember my parents going away, and then we'd be on the road, and then my mother would say, "Did you shut off the gas?" You know, so there's always that human dimension. What we're looking for, where our fixations are, and so sometimes we miss the big picture. And in this, in both, you know, both the first reading and the gospel, we have these numbers just sort of thrown at us like, you know, like they're just numbers, but they're really significant facts that tell us about God, like that God wants to save everything. That's why he's using the number 7 in this, you know. He waits 7 days, and then 40 is going to be the complete time, whatever that is, of this purgation from our evil. And then Jesus says, don't you remember when we fed the 5,000, how we had how many baskets? 12 for the 12 tribes, and then for the 4,000 we had 7. That I'm going to take care of everything. And so a lot of times we have eyes and we look at all these things and ears, but we don't really hear what he's saying, or we really don't see. You know, we're more like the disciples. We're fixed on one little thing. Did we forget enough bread? Is that what he's talking about? And he's not talking about that at all. He's talking about, don't become like the Pharisees, who are so myopic that they think that if they keep the law, they'll be saved. Or don't be like Herod, who has a complete disregard for everybody else. As long as he can do his own will, everything will be fine. And that's what he's telling them. This has got nothing to do with bread. This has got everything to do with the way you live your life. And if you live your life knowing that I'm God, then I will save you. Because even though it sounds like I made a mistake, I really love you. That's what he says to us all. I really love you. There's nothing impossible in life. So no matter what's going on in your life or my life, when we put our trust completely in him, he'll find a way to save us. The Lord be with you.
With you.